Everybody. It's Tuesday, March 14th, 2023. It's 6:31 p.m. This is a meeting of the advisory committee. This is sort of like, I call it a cleanup meeting so that we can vote on a bunch of budgets that we hadn't voted on yet. I'll address a few other items. I think next Tuesday's meeting will be really important though, because we're going to have the final numbers from both Minuteman and Neshoba. We want to vote on those. And hopefully I'll know the numbers in advance so we can start taking a look at some of the charts for the advisory committee statement. So with that, why don't we just go through the budget spreadsheet so that we can take a look at some of the ones that we haven't voted on yet. Just give me 1 second. All right, you can see that?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so we haven't voted on our very modest advisory committee budget. I was able to contact the MMA to see like if our dues number would be changing. It's actually going to be 167 instead of 165. So we could just basically adjust to keep the number at the 185. We could just adjust supplies and dues so that it's like, 18 and 167. I don't know if people care. Might as well just do that.
Brian, can you remind us what we spend for what the supplies line is?
So traditionally we don't really spend anything out of it, but it's there in case we ever had to print hard copies of something, or I suppose if we've been doing a lot of these meetings by Zoom, but if we wanted to have handouts at a meeting for some reason, just to have it on hand, we kind of keep it in there. We could probably even drop it to like 15.
Whatever.
Yeah, not a big deal. All right, let's move it to 18 and 167. Okay. Oh, and who's taking minutes tonight?
I've got them tonight.
Okay. So is there a motion to approve the advisory committee budget for a total of 185?
So moved.
Can somebody second it?
I'll second that.
Okay. All right, roll call. Greg,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Bill.
Aye.
I'm yes also. Okay. We had the town buildings number, which I think it was just purely an oversight that we hadn't voted on it before. So somebody wants to make a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve the town buildings budget.
I'll second it.
All in favor, roll call. Bob,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
and I'm a yes as well. Okay. I was able to confirm with Ninotchka that this is the correct number for dispatch. This is the final correct number for dispatch, $212,921. So is there a motion to approve the dispatch budget for 212,921?
I move we approve the dispatcher's budget for $212,921.
Second that.
Okay, roll call. Greg,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
and I'm also a yes. we're going to hold off on 301 and 302 because those are going to be approved by those districts next week. But because we had the wrong number last time, we didn't want to vote on post-secondary voc ed, which is 0, as Dawn explained last week. So is there a motion to approve 303 post-secondary voc ed for $0?
I move we approve post-secondary vocational education for $0.
I second that.
Okay, roll call. Greg,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
and I'm also a yes. Okay, I'm going to hold off on highway for tonight because Dawn Lowe and Randy and I have had a couple emails, but I haven't had a chance to talk with Dawn this week yet. There may be some adjustments that we should consider for the public works budget based on kind of the way some of their maintenance expenses are shaping up for the end of this fiscal year. So I want to have a chance to talk with Dawn about that and Randy and just see if we should consider changing the number here. So I'd like to hold off on voting this until next week. And then Parks and Rec, we can vote on.
Brian, why did we hold off on this one?
Oh, because there was that question about the,
Oh, this is the lifeguards.
no, I think it was actually, it was the hours and the rate for the Parks and Rec coordinator. We just needed confirmation that this was the right number.
Okay.
So this is good. This is the right number.
Okay, I move we approve the Parks and Recreation budget for $79,465.
I second that.
Okay, roll call. Greg,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
and I am yes as well. Then lastly, Medicare tax, because I don't think we're gonna, we don't have any changes in these budgets for personnel that are planned between now and next week. So I think we can vote on this too. So is there a motion to approve Medicare tax for $65,234?
I move we approve Medicare tax for $65,234.
I second that.
Okay, great. Roll call. Greg,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
and I am a yes as well. Okay. So next up, we are going to review the draft advisory committee report for the annual report. And just as a reminder for folks, this is the report that kind of summarizes last calendar year. It's not the report that talks about this upcoming fiscal year's budget, which is why everything you read was about last year. So I can share that, or if people had questions or comments or edits. Do folks want me to share it on the screen?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. So basically I updated it to reflect our current membership and when everybody's term ends. The description of what we do is basically the same. I updated this to reflect last year's numbers, and then I added a note about Ann Hurd, wanted to recognize her service and acknowledge her passing. And then Nanachka did email and confirm that these numbers were right, so I can take the highlighting out. But
Okay.
people are people are comfortable with this, we could approve it so I can get it off to Jenny.
Yeah, looks great. I move we approve the advisory committee annual report.
I second that.
Okay, roll call, Greg,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
and I'm also a yes. We have some transfer requests, but actually before we get to that, if I could ask, Stan, could I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
So it's about the warrant, which we're not actually going to be going through tonight, but I had just noticed it looked like in the version that Jenny sent to me last week, there were items in the warrant to pay for some of the expenditures that the school district had proposed for capital. Like I think there was some money for the carpet and another project. But then when Dawn came in last week, he said, he said he was recommending that we pay for that with ARPA money, in which case they wouldn't need to be in the warrant. Did you guys talk about that at your last meeting at all?
They've been removed. Yeah, all of those articles. So the school articles were removed, and so were the building repair items.
Okay. So then, so Jenny,
you are correct, Brian. Don was going to use ARPA money for all that. Yeah.
okay, great. So then Jenny, am I correct then that I think the only like capital related item that's going to be on the warrant is going to be the use of the stabilization fund for the roof?
And the fire truck, although it's not borrowing for this year.
Right. Okay.
But yes, those are the two.
Got it. All right, thanks. All right. Okay, so we do have two transfer requests, which I will pull up so we can take a look at those. And just really quickly. Just so that everybody knows, our current balance in the reserve fund is just over $147,000 because we put 150 in the reserve fund last year. So just so that people know what we have to work with between now and the end of the fiscal year. Okay. So this first reserve fund transfer request is from Kristen Noel, and it's to basically give more money in her tax title expense line because she's having legal expenses related to the foreclosure of several parcels in land court. So they've basically she's used up everything in that line for the fiscal year so far. Does anybody have any questions?
No. Do you want to vote on these individually, Brian?
Yeah, let's vote on this one.
Okay, I move we approve this transfer for $13,252.60.
I second that.
Okay, roll call, Greg,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
and I'm also a yes. And then the other transfer request is from DPW, but it's related to an expense at the school. So let me just pull that up. Okay. So the hot water heater at Emerson failed earlier in the year, and the bill that they have outstanding, basically the amount that we owe to the school district is $17,010.36. And the reason why we need that full amount, even though there's $7,087 in the account, is because we know that, or Randy knows that he's definitely going to use that $7,000 on other maintenance between now and the end of the year, but we have to pay this as soon as possible.
Okay, I move we approve this transfer to DPW for $17,010.36.
I second that.
Okay, roll call, Greg,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Craig, Bill,
Aye.
and I'm yes also. Sorry, guys, it's been a weird day. Then we have a whole bunch of minutes to approve. By my count, we've got January 31st, February 7th, February 14th, February 28th. We don't have minutes, at least I don't think we have minutes yet for last week's meeting, right?
Correct. I
Which-
think the only two outstanding would be last week and of course tonight's. Is that correct, Bob?
Yep, I think so.
Okay. So I know that these minutes have been circulated, but I think it would just be helpful to take a quick peek together as a group. So these are the minutes for January 31st. Nothing jumped out at me when I was looking at these earlier, but it's been a couple weeks, so. Did anybody else note any corrections that they needed to make?
No, look good to me.
Okay, so a motion to approve the January 31st minutes.
Motion to approve the January 31st minutes.
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call. Bill,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
and I'm also yes. All right, now we'll do February 7th. Any issues?
No, looks good to me.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve?
I move we approve the February 7th minutes.
I second that.
Okay, roll call. Bob,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
and I am also a yes. All right, February 14th. Pretty quick. I think that was a relatively brief meeting. Is there a motion to approve February 14th?
I move we approve the February 14th minutes.
I second that.
Okay, roll call. Bob,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
I'm also a yes. And then last but not least, February 28th. Oh, and actually, just wanted to point out that these minutes encompass both the 6 o'clock and the 7 o'clock meeting. So I think it's fine to do it this way. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve the minutes from February 28th.
I'll second it.
Roll call. Bob,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
and I'm a yes as well. Okay, so Bob and Bill, do you need my help or anything getting these off to Jenny now that they're approved?
No, we can, we each send them off, our minutes off individually because we have the file, but we'll take care of it. We were just waiting to get them approved.
Okay, so I believe then we'll basically be up to speed with the exception of this week and last week.
Yeah, I'm almost done with last week. It was a pretty long one.
Yeah, of course.
I haven't started this week.
Sorry, I'm just pulling up the agenda. I think the only other item on our agenda was if there's any other advisory business or correspondence that people wanted to discuss. I don't think so.
No. So Brian, next week you want to review the warrant and we're going to talk about the final school numbers.
Yeah, so next week, basically, we should plan to try to get through everything else that we need in order to finalize the warrant. So we'll be, I'll ask Jenny to send me the select board, I think, is going through another version of the warrant on Thursday. So I'll ask her to send us the version of the warrant after Thursday's meeting, so we have the latest version. And I'll get it out to everybody before Tuesday, and then we'll go over it on Tuesday.
Okay. And then the only thing left is to maybe review your slides for the presentation.
Yeah, so we need to finish the statement before the end of the month in order for it to be printed in the warrant. But then the slides, we actually have a little bit extra time because they don't
Okay.
have to be finalized until like middle of April.
Okay.
So, wow, 6:52. I think we can wrap up unless there's any other questions.
Brian, I'll make a comment just because it's on my mind right now. It's a little premature, though. When you get to the end of the budget season, the last meeting that you plan to have for this year, you can also make a motion to authorize the chair to approve the minutes for that meeting. And that way we could stay up to date on minutes and not wait until you guys meet again in the fall. Just an idea.
Oh, that is a good idea. Yeah, I mean, but honestly, Jenny, we'll definitely meet at some point in April, so we could approve that last set of minutes in April.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh, this is a little off topic, Jenny, but do you happen to know whether we ever received the language for the warrant related to the regional agreement?
Yes, we did.
Okay, so that's in the warrant now too?
It is. I can send you the latest copy that I sent to the select board. The problem is I'll explain. There's one typo that Stan had caught that I haven't had a chance to correct because I haven't had power. But as long as you're okay that it's still work in progress, I could send that to you from my phone.
No, don't worry about it. We'll look at it after Thursday's select board meeting.
Okay, sounds great.
All right, thanks. All right, so is there a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, thanks, everybody. Good night.
Have a
Stay
good
safe.
night.